Warm welcome to you, Saturday Night Hoops, NBL1 prelim night. I'm Cameron Luke, and what a big one we have for the last time ever here in the Wynn Minor Dome. An historic place for basketball, not just regionally but in the state leagues. The Ballarat Miners, the #1 seed, to take on the visiting Nunawading Spectres, who, after going down to Frankston a couple of weeks ago, battled back last week with a win over Geelong, and now themselves a one-away win away from the National Championship game next weekend. Big night ahead of us. Get involved anytime you like at NBL1, #prelims. I am joined by Trav Hewish and Jared Prosser, two Ballarat minor superstars who, while they're going to watch a good game tonight, might be nostalgic about the fact that we'll never be here in the Minor Dome with the new stadium after tonight. But boys, as I welcome in, we'll start with you, Trav. This is an exciting night and a packed crowd to watch this Ballarat team try and get through.
Good evening, mate, and welcome up. Yeah, it is a very exciting night. It's a couple of years in a row now we've made the prelim, or 3 years in a row we've made the prelim. It's a perfect chance to finally get to that grand final, that eluded grand final for the Miners in such a historic, wonderful stadium. I have grown up here with my basketball career, so I am a little bit sad to watch it disappear.
And Jared, as we welcome you in as well. A couple of weeks ago they were brilliant, Ballarat. They used the crowd to get a lead over Kilsyth at half-time and then really got going in the fourth quarter, mate. Welcome to you. This is going to be a good one. If they continue that form, they're going to be hard to beat.
Thanks, Cam. Welcome, everybody. It was that defense, that league-leading defense of Ballarat that really stuck it to Kilsyth. Held it to 66 points. That's something that we today. Both teams very good defensively. Very different styles, though. Very different styles. Ballarat are an extremely aggressive team. They chase the lanes. They will close out hard, knowing that they've got a security blanket called Dengakuth behind them.
True.
Nunawading, on the other hand, a veteran team, a huge team, but a veteran team. Not a team that really has any sort of shot blocking in there, but they play an old-fashioned defense. They put their chest between the player and the basket, and they say, shoot over us, we're going to rebound. And they are the best rebounding team in the league.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Of course, he has been dubbed on the NBL1 show the San Antonio Spurs of the NBL1. They're a veteran crew that have been able to get late in the playoffs year in, year out under David Biwa, and again here tonight. And they're going to have to be veteran, Travis. So look towards the crowd here. It was rocking 2 weeks ago when you and I did that game against Kilsyth. And they're going to have to handle it early, because knowing that the intensity and the emotion, we've just seen a Big V Youth League Grand Final win for Ballarat prior to this game. So the emotions, the excitement, the intensity already high.
Yeah, and the crowd will be rocking. It's sold out. So the first game for the year, it's been sold out, as it should be. It's a prelim in Ballarat. Such a local group. It's exciting, mate. It's exciting.
It is going to be a huge game. All right, boys, I'm going to throw to you both. What matchup are you both looking at? Which one do you think is going to be one that goes a long way to deciding this game?
To me, the key is the Akuth-Con matchup. Yep. I think that's the big key. Con is such a prominent offensive weapon for the Nunawading Spectres, and he sets a lot of it up for them, and they play a lot through him. They have some superstars around, the McDonald, the Walkers, Swatalas. They're guns, but Con is their mainstay. He's their player, and how he handles, obviously, in our opinion, the best defensive player in the competition.
I don't think he proved a lot of that a couple of weeks ago. Jared, who are you looking forward to? Where do you think this is going to be one between these two teams?
Well, I agree with Travis that this is going to be one inside, but there is a secondary contest I'm looking at the one. Shane McDonald, outstanding basketballer, has been for a very long time. For Ballarat, it goes under the radar a little bit when you look at your Akuths and your Quanis and your Gary Evans, but Sam Short is the metronome that makes this team tick.
No doubt.
If Shane McDonald can slow down and restrict Sam Short, not so much from a scoring point of view, but just from a general setting up of the offense and setting the tempo, that fast tempo Ballarat like to push out and play, then that'll go a long way towards the Spectres winning this game.
Huge thing as well, the quirk of the NBL1 fixture. These two teams haven't played since the opening weekend of the year. It was a 7-point win. On the road, I think that one was in Nunawading. So there you go. First time for Nunawading to be in the Minor Dome this particular year. But they haven't seen each other for the better part of 20 weeks. And now we're going to see these two teams again with an elimination game on the horizon, as I said. It's 40 minutes away, packed Minor Dome. Let's talk us through the starting five for the Miners, Trav.
Sam Short at the 1, Kwani at the 2. You'll have Evans playing the 3, Josh Fox at the 4, and Dengakuth at the 5.
We go the other way as well. We look at Shane McDonald. Of course, look, Swatala's there, Big Simon Con. They're a very good team, this Nunawading team. Just on Swatala, I reckon we speak a little bit about it as well. You know, we spoke Con, we spoke McDonald, we spoke Lucas Walker, who's going to come off the bench. But I'll tell you this, Dane Swatala, who's had a pretty good year, very underrated, has been around for a while now, and he's a guy that is going to have to come up and play some big minutes, and will play big minutes, but have a big production tonight as well. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree entirely. He's very underrated. It's a big call there.
And here we go, Swatala and Akuth to kickstart its prelim, and stolen away by Nunawading straight into it. And we're going to start McDonald. There's already Akuth and Con going at it. Here is it, the big matchup. Con back, gets into the key, loads a little fake, goes to left hand. Akuth might have done enough. Tapped away by Hanopoulos, and it's going to stay with Ballarat, who'll get their first shot at it. And there's the matchup you boys wanted, and straight at Simon Con went straight at Deng Akuth.
Yeah, and he's got the IQ, he's got the smarts. He's 36 years old, so his body's not as athletic and as good as it has been. So that's what he's going to have to play with, his IQ around Akuth.
Now they're going to try going to Akuth. They can't. Here's Sam Short. Off the Fox Arena. Can't look inside now. It is Akuth. Back to Short. Shot clock at 6. At 5. Got a mismatch. Kicks it to Fox in the corner. Shoots it over Con, who can't get a close out. And it's nothing but net. And Ballarat are on the board first. A triple from the baseline by Fox.
Not necessarily the play they wanted when Akuth got the switch, but I'm sure Coach Joyce will take any 3 from Josh Fox.
Here's McDonald. Been a stalwart, guarded by Sam Short. Comes off the Con screen, gets in now, kicks it outside. Wide open after drawing a double team. Con off the iron, and McDonald will start again. Looks inside to Swatala. Guarded by Fox on the face-up, 18 foot. Says, I'll take that. Another man net. Swatala the other way, first score for Nunawading. Nunawading needs to do a really good job, you'd think, of being able to take some of the emotion out of it early. Kilsyth weren't able to do it, in particular late. It's Kwani underneath, met by a double team, and Con's able to clear it. But they weren't exactly able to handle the emotion and the intensity, and it allowed Ballarat on many occasions to be able to get away with 5, 6, 8, 10 points in a row, and that's something Nunawading have to be able to curtail early.
It's a strong effort there by Swatala to create an offensive board for his team.
Novel's down, can't finish it. Jerry Evans Jr. with the rebound will push the other way. Here's Fox, right at Con, tries to lob it up. Inside to Edens, gets the little nudge, he's going to count. Continuation's always an interesting rule. That one is going to be waved off. Tommy Wright was able to get him before he got the shot up.
A little bit of debate there from the referees. The baseline official called it down.
It's a worldwide debate that continues to confuse a lot of people from the NBA downwards, where you pick up your dribble in the NBA at half court, you do a layup, you get bumped the other end of the court and it counts. So I can understand why there is a little bit of occasional amazement.
Didn't take you long to talk about the refs.
Nah, you're right. I did promise that I would try.
2 minutes.
They're short. He pulls up. Can't hit it. Evans kept it alive for a split second. Oblis with the rebound. And now McDonald will take the other way. Nunawading 3-2. Ballarat with the early lead. Nunawading with a chance. Here's Swatala. Guarded by Fox. Going to back him down. A little bit of a double team, but throws it out to Con. Didn't take advantage of it. There's Swatala. Turn, shoots, scores right over Fox.
Hey, he's hot. That's 2 for 2 now. Fox is going to have to get his arms up. He can't body him up, and Swatala knows, and he wants to make that fade away.
Josh Fox, back-to-back threes. Trav, I don't think we've seen that this season.
Oh, Fox says anything you can do, I can do 3 times better.
There's McDonald, tips it off, Nopolis. Kwani defensively. Party's strength, got that length, able to get a hand, and Ballarat will come the other way. Going to push. Here's Evans, thought about it. A little bit inside. Deng Akuth.
Josh Fox having a chat with the official about something or other.
Should have been probably having a chat to his point guard to get him the ball. He's just hit 2 threes. A heat check would have been nice. He's short. Reset shot clock. Off the Fox screen. Pulls up over Con. 17 foot. Leaves a little short. And now right with the rebound. And Nunawading will come the other way. 6-4. 7 minutes to go. First period. NBL1 prelim. Here's Con. Guarded by Akuth. Kwani thinks about the double team. Now goes back inside. There's a double. Con kicks it outside. Swatala. 3. Got it. And he has started well. He was called as my X-Factor pre-game, and I always like when a player makes you look good, boys, because he's done it well early.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3. He's on fire himself. It's a good matchup at the moment. Swatala Fox.
It's all Swatala Fox at the moment.
It's Kwani off the Fox screen. Left-hand dribble. Gets deep into the key. The Sydney King. Little fadeaway off the glass. Kisses it home. Uses the body to create a little bit of space between him and Simon Con. and was able to get it to drop, and it's 8-7 Ballarat.
Yeah, I'm interested a little bit in the way Nunawading are playing defence. They're playing a switch, and I'm finding that's 3 plays in a row, and it hasn't hurt them just yet, where Wright's been stuck on an island against a Couth. I'm waiting for that matchup to start being looked for.
Sotwala inside to Simon Conn. Little pick and roll. Just basic basketball, and Nunawading have done that so well. And this veteran group that plays so much basketball together do that on a regular basis. Here's Fox, already got 6, 2 threes. This time gets inside the key. Bump, 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 throws it up. It's going to be off Jerry Evans Jr.
See, and then again there, Heropoulos is trying to play. Sorry, I hope I got that right. But Heropoulos playing there on Josh Fox. It's just a couple of mismatches there that are going to start hurting them if they continue that switch play.
Heropoulos is one that can match Fox for strength, though. He's a little nuggety type, the low centre of gravity. Big barrel-chested lad.
McDonald and Short over the timeline. 9-8, Nunawading by a couple. Here is Wright inside. Nice little play used off the double screen on the weak side. And Shane McDonald has done what he's done so long in the SABL, now the NBL1, and found an open teammate for an easy 2. Jerry Evans on Waxy Walker, who's just checked into the game, gets all the way to the bucket, lays it in. Jerry Evans Jr. scores his first points of the game as well.
He has to be the barometer, I think, for Ballarat. You watched him against Kilsyth. Ballarat were very lucky against Kilsyth. He had an off game, but they lived on their defence and survived through that. If he doesn't play a good offensive game tonight, Ballarat they're gonna be in trouble.
He had a really dirty night offensively. Missed his first 6 threes, and then got injured.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, and Kilsyth, as Wright gets straight to the basket, throws it up. Body was used by Kwani, and he'll go to line for a couple.
Smart play by Wright. Just leant in on the drive. Knew that Kwani was going straight up. Just got into his space early. We see Marquise Coleman checking in. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Coleman missed that game in round 1, didn't he?
He did. He missed the first 6.
Yeah, so this is the first time that Nunawading have seen the star 6 man for the Miners.
Just a quirk of the basketball fixture, which I really like. It throws a lot of things up. When you have a season this long and you don't play everyone twice, it means you are playing someone maybe that you haven't seen for such a long period of time. You and I, Trav, spoke last time. That's right, it's the first about Coleman, who was really good. Kilsyth had no answer for him in that third quarter when Dingaku sat for a while and Jerry Evans Jr. had the sore shoulder and was getting some treatment. He was the difference. And we spoke about Deontay Burton, who's going at it right now for Bendigo against Frankston, and he did the same thing in his final series, where he's been kind of injury interrupted at different times, but he's got going at the right time. And we expected Coleman, if Ballarat to make a real fist of tonight and next week if they get through, Coleman's going to have to continue that form.
Yeah, exactly. You can already see what they've had to own it. They've put McDonald, one of their better defenders, on him.
Here he is, goes baseline on McDonald, loses the handle, goes out of bounds, and Nunawading, who've forced a couple of turnovers early.
McDonald's going to do that. Scott's going to force. Coleman had that game against Kilsyth because he was so much more athletic. He can jump over the top, and even if you had your hands up, he was still shooting open shots. McDonald's such a good nuggety defender, and he's got such good defensive IQ. He's going to be able to go with him.
And the instincts. He reads where people are going so well.
There's McDonald. There's Sotwala. He's got 7 early, 3 of 3 from the field. Make it 4 from 4. He's got 9. And it's a 5-point lead for Nunawading. 4:45 to go first quarter. And the big thing was making sure the crowd was somewhat out of the game. And they've done a really good job Nunawading of doing this early. Here is Evans down the other end. No one's off the iron.
Rushed shot.
Walker with the rebound. And now Nunawading will push. Hands to McDonald. Looks inside to Nunawading. Can't get it to him. Now it's Walker. Can they get inside to Sotwala? Got the hot hand. Has 9 early. 4 of 4 from the field. Gets on the elbow of Dingakuth. And he'll go the foul line for a couple and try and extend this lead, which currently sits at 5.
It's a very simple offense. It's just a bit of flow offense. It's a dribble handoff coming through. Sotwala dives to the post and plays up, and he's got the hot hand, so get the ball to the man.
Yeah, cheap little foul from McCouth too. Didn't really need to keep the hand in the cookie jar there. You're 7'1". Just keep your hands nice and high.
Sotwala nails the first. He is the first player, and very rarely do we say this. Just only 5 and a bit minutes gone in the first quarter, but he's the first player in the double figures tonight. He's got 10. Make it 11, and that lead is now out to 7.
Sotwala leading the Miners by 1.
Unbelievably. And the crowd a little bit edgy early on, going back into their seats, and what is a big night here in Ballarat. He's short. Fox comes off, hits his first 2 threes, hasn't scored in the last couple of minutes. Now inside to Jerry Evans Jr. There's the double team. To Fox. Watella come over in the rotation and gave him a bump. Fox tried to dump it off though, so it'll stay with the Miners on the baseline as we have a look.
Smart pass from Jerry Evans Jr. there. He's as a swingman, as a 3-4, he's going to have a height advantage over most people that he plays against. He's a very big man, 6'9", 6'10". People need to push out onto him. If you can get some cutters coming off some screens, he's a smart enough passer to find them.
Straight to the double team as well for Nunawading on Jerry Evans Jr. Trying to get the ball out of his hand. Here's Akuth. Here is Evans Jr. Tried to put on the ground, just dropped it onto Swatella's foot. And another turnover for Ballarat, and Nunawading continue to make them pay. Here's Walker, just drops it off to Anopoulos. Jerry Evans Jr. came from the weak side and used, I think, the shoulder to try and just restrict him from getting the ball. As we look at the replay, probably not the best replay. We pause it right on the point of contact. But it looked like a foul from here, so we'll stay with it. 17-10, Nunawading to reset.
Just trust the ref, Cam. Trust the ref.
Yeah, I always do. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're straight in, steal. And their ability to find shots open right now off anything they want is a real concern. Jared Prosser, as I talk to you. Brendan Joyce wants timeout. It's 19-10, 3:40 to go first quarter, but Nunawading's ability to be able to find an open man has been the difference in this first quarter.
Yeah, shooting 63% so far, the Spectres. And I don't know if we're going to get a camera in that Ballarat huddle, but I certainly hope they've hit the mute button. Otherwise, parents, block your kids' ears. An angry Coach Joyce is not one for the children.
Well, what do you made of this first quarter? You're at home. You had a couple of weeks off, obviously, with Ballarat, and sometimes rust can play a little part of it, but they haven't really come out with a great deal of intensity considering the atmosphere here in the Colgin is the Minor Dome.
You took the word out of my mouth, Cam. Rust. The Miners look pretty lethargic, like they're in need of a run. Been very, very... Actually, there's one thing I've noticed with Jerry Evans Jr. Generally, when he comes out off an off-ball pick from the corner, he tends to fade back and shoot the 3, or he tends to head over the pick and come back and try and hit the corner 3. So far, he's been cutting towards the basket, going into the teeth of the defence. I'm not sure whether that's a deliberate thing or whether it's something Jerry's trying himself, but it's something different to what we've seen all season.
Yeah, a bit ill-advised. I said it before. He's a couple of bad shots. I think he needs to do what he did on his first bucket when he drove hard to the rim, get himself to the rim, get a couple of easy shots, get your momentum up, get your energy going.
Shane McDonald takes a seat. Benny Eyre comes in as well for Nunawading. They lead 19-10, 3:40 to go first quarter.
I think Coach Joyce has picked up on it too. He's just been taken off, and they've got Lingard on.
He's short.
Yep, there we go.
Guarded by Wright. Slow opening for the Ballarat Miners, the number 1 seed 2 weeks ago, beat Kilsyth to earn the home prelim. Championship night next Saturday night, State Basketball Centre. Grab your tickets at tickettech.com.au.
The Lingard sub will be an interesting one. If there's ever a spark plug for a team, it's Jordan Lingard. The man is all energy.
Kwani inside to Marquise Coleman. Guarded by his kicks it out. There is Lingard. Short for 3. Needs it. Long. Never looked like it. It just fell into his palm, to be honest. And now Nunawading will try and extend this lead to double figures. Just over 3 minutes to go first quarter. Here's Walker. Takes it right at Kwani. Tries to go in the reverse. Lingard came over and got him right on the arm. And Luke Walker will go to the foul line for a couple. And Nunawading, you can just feel it, Trav. Already the confidence. They've taken the crowd out of this game, and the confidence continues to grow possession by possession.
Yeah, they're just playing it's just simple basketball. And how nice is it to watch just a veteran side play simple hoops and get easy buckets and get easy shots. That's the key to it. That's an easy offense, and Walker just gets a simple drive, baseline drive, and tries to finish through contact.
We spoke about it right off the get-go, that this is the last game, the last professional game at Peace Stadium at the Minor Dome. It's been 30 years since Ballarat won their first championship. This is a young Ballarat side. Maybe the occasion is starting to get on them a little bit.
Here is Short. Gets inside the key. Looks Lingard. Can he spark it? Yes! Little 16-footer. Great pass, Sam Short. He's able to find the bottom of the net, and that ends an 11-0 run for Nunawading. Here's Wright. Eyre looking inside. Can he get it to Walker? He can. Guarded by Lingard. Cleared out. Just takes it right at him. Tries to go with the chest. Lingard didn't do a great deal wrong. Probably reached in, just maybe got him on the elbow, but
and that's
Lucas
been called
Walker's
2
gonna go
shots
long for
as
2.
well. I'm not sure about that in a lot of different facets.
I think that'll be the bonus, though, hence the 2 shots. Geez, he didn't do a lot wrong. Might have just bent the arm a little bit, but Lucas Walker, the veteran, being aggressive, and anytime you're in that opportunity and you see Lingard just maybe not in 100% position, you're able to maybe make the referee make the call.
Yeah, that's Walker with his experience, though. I mean, Lingard came down, he brought his arms down, but he had to bring his arms down because Walker threw the shoulder into his chest. He's thrown the ball up through the arms. That's just experience.
Travis and I were talking off air that we're a little bit surprised to see that Lucas Walker's 34 now. When you step back and think, it does make sense. He's been around a long time, but it doesn't feel like he's 34.
No, it doesn't. Been training with Melbourne United as well. Liam Santamaria suggested he might be an opportunity to find himself on that deal on a contract on NBL.com.au next week. So watch this space, we'll see how he goes. Coleman inside. Fox didn't turn down the open 14-footer to try and take it into Con. They're able to get an offensive rebound, and they'll start again through Sturt. Can go either way with the screen. Goes to the right, kicks it. There is Fox. Whistle. Walker grabbing Dengakuth as he tried to cut and dive to the basket. And it'll be 2 shots for Akuth, with Nunawading in the bonus as well. What did you make of that shot there, Travis, or that non-shot? Fox had a good look there, maybe 10 or 11 foot, turned it down and took it inside, took a tough one over Simon Conn. Is it a confidence thing? He's hit a couple of threes, so probably shouldn't be.
He's not a spot-up shooter. Even though he's in the key, he's not a spot-up shooter. So I think it was just more, that's a bit out of his game style.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right, he gave up a great shot and took a tough shot.
Akuth for his second. Nails the second one. (22-13), 2:05 to go, first quarter. A little pressure up the court here by Ballarat, trying to get a double team. Walker able to get out of it though. There's Wright. Thought about it, now shoots it. We had a good angle on it. Just comes off the iron. They keep it alive though to Nunawading. Through Steele. And his veteran Nunawading team handling the occasion so far. He's there, gets around Coleman, gets into the key, kicks it out. Con got it.
That's his
great pass.
That's his game. That's what he loves. He loves that elbow mid-range Jays. That's what he can do.
Well fouled with that pass too.
Here's Kwani. Guarded by Wright. Backs him in on the left hand. Tries to bank it. Never really looked like a great deal by Steele. Walker reaching for the ankle. Now wants to check out. So hopefully, as we monitor that, it's okay. Dane Switala going to check back in for Lucas Walker. But Nunawading right now with an 11-point lead. Here's Con. Back to Ware on the little handoff. Kicks it outside. Steele. 3. Iron. And now Kwani with the rebound. And he'll push the other way. Taking it right at the key. Little Euro step. Got it. Great move.
Drive.
(24-15) went to the last minute of this first quarter. Nunawading by 9. NBL Prelim 1. Frankston and Bendigo going at it. And Frankston right now. Con again. A great pass. Wright gets into the teeth of the key. Just kicks it out. And Simon Con, as he does so often, says thank you from 15 feet.
Nunawading using Ballarat's defensive style against them at the moment. They try and filter everything to Akuth, and Con's the perfect spot-up centre to play against him.
Coleman takes it right at Simon Con there. Is also able to use the body to get away Steele as well. He might have got it on the arm. And Marquise Coleman to go to the foul line for a couple. Lucas Walker, who has to get checked out after that last rebound on the ankle, just gingerly moving off. Dane Switala, who's got 11, comes in, so we'll monitor that with Lucas Walker.
Now, I didn't see him roll his ankle at all. It maybe just crunched it, perhaps. I'm not really sure. It didn't look anything serious.
Coleman hits the first. What's the key right now, Trav? If you're Ballarat, you're Brendan Joyce, getting close to this first quarter and quarter time. Who are you trying to get more involved into this game after the sluggish start?
Jeremy Evans. 100% has to go through Jerry Evans. He's got all the ability to score at any time he wants. Has to go through him. They have to actually get some offense going.
And he is the genuine NBL offensive talent on this team.
Yeah, all the way to the basket. Left-hand scoop, no good. Akuth at the rebound. Coleman will push it. Shot clock at 3. At 2, goes all the way. Great defense by Wright. It'll count though. It'll count. I don't think Nathan Fox putting a lid on it had to be needed. And that will count to end the first quarter, and it's back to a 26-18 after one. A sluggish start, an 11-0 run by Nunawading. And after 10 minutes, an NBL1 prelim one, 26-18. It is Nunawading by 8. Jared Prosser, your thoughts on the first 10 minutes?
Well, first of all, I think the score's a little bit flattering to the home side. 8 points, it does not feel like an 8-point game. It really feels like Nunawading have had control of this since the tip. Right from Hronopolis essentially poaching that tip from Dengakuth, it seems like Nunawading have been a step ahead, and frankly Ballarat can feel a little fortunate to be 8 points behind here, knowing that they've played absolutely nothing like their best basketball.
As we have a look at some of the highlights of the first 10 minutes as well, this is something that has happened a little bit when Nunawading were able to take the game, or the crowd out of the game within the first 2 or 3 minutes. And Shane McDonald's, we look at him on the screen right now, yet again, that time finding Wright. He's been able to find whoever he wants at any time.
Yeah, as Travis mentioned, there's been a lot of very, very fundamental, simple sets run by Nunawading. Simple, one screen off the ball, one pass and a shot. But generally, if you get one pass and a shot, you're thinking that's bad offense, but these have been wide open shots. So Nunawading are just running their stuff. They're doing nothing fancy, they're just doing what they need to do. It's that veteran composure, I suppose, might be the word for it. They're just doing what they need to do. They're treating it as a game like any other.
Trav, defensively, what do you think Ballarat do? You talk about that one, but Trav just mentioned there. The very fact is that they are getting whatever they want. What changes does Brendan Joyce have to make?
At the moment, defensively, they're just clogging the key. Con's able to get his mid-range. Akuth, as Jared was saying before, it's all through the keyway. It keeps Akuth trying to protect the rim. Con's had 3 buckets in the mid-range. They've been able to hit a couple of threes. Swatala's coming off some nice off-ball movement, getting his mid-range. Jays that he's shooting. At the moment, I think Ballarat are going to have to go out of their defensive set that they're used to playing, get Akuth out of the keyway, play some team defense, and get out there and force them to take contested Jays. Rebound and run. But they also got to get through some offense. I haven't really seen some great offense, which we are renowned for seeing all year. Ballarat running through sets and getting great shots and giving up good shots to take a great shot. And tonight they haven't been able to do it. It's a lot of forced buckets or trying attempts.
Back to the starting 5 for Nunawading. Ballarat, Sam Short on the bench, and Marquise Coleman will start the second quarter alongside Fox, Akuth, Jerry Evans Jr. and Kwani. McDonald, Wright, Hronopolis, Swatala and Con for Nunawading, who went to the second stanza with an 8-point lead on the road. A quiet Monadome last game here. Here is Jerry Evans Jr. called by Travis Hewish, and that's exactly what you wanted, and that's exactly what you got.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the matchup you've got. I mean, he's a big man. He's 6'10", and he's going to catch that in the post. You've got to play him.
Here's Swatala, 11 points in the first quarter. Inside to Con, guarded by Fox. Got the height advantage and the strength. No double team, jump hook. Done it a million times in his career. Fights for it. Fox beats him for it. And is able to throw it off the leg of Con. It did look like he might have been out.
That came off Josh Fox's leg. Josh Fox threw that off his own leg. But interesting to see the change there. Akuth has gone out to Swatala. Josh Fox has switched on to Con. Strength versus strength against a little bit more agility out in the perimeter with Deng Akuth. Plus it allows Akuth to stick a little bit closer to the basket.
No review in NBL1, so Ballarat will hold on to it. 26-20, just over 9 minutes to go. Second quarter. Here is Fox. Back to Jerry Evans Jr. Back to Nunawading, just hands it off to Fox. Con gets a hand in on it, but then it comes off a Deng Akuth's hand.
I do like that off-ball movement dive by Fox, and Jerry Evans, obviously with a mismatch there, Con has to help over. Just a slip.
Right. Hronopolis at the top. McDonald off the ball screen. Now uses off the screen. Goes to left hand. Kicks it back. Hronopolis just goes straight around Jerry Evans. Akuth had to help. Left Simon Con wide open. And if you get into the key, which they've done all night, the big man, in particular Con and Swatala, are just going to stand out there and feast.
And Ballarat went back to Akuth on Con, and straight away Simon Con's made them pay.
Here's Fox. Goes at Con. Clears out. Great D. Tries to draw the foul. Simon Con didn't do a great deal wrong, but we've seen the body foul being called early. And this time it'll be Nathan Fox who goes to the line for a couple.
Well, in fairness, if you ask Simon Conn the last time Simon Conn committed a foul, Moses was a boy.
That is very true.
It's a couple on Conn now, and he heads to the bench.
That'll be interesting to see now what it means defensively for Nunawading as Walker comes back in, had the ankle checked out, might have had it re-strapped. Either way, he walks back into the game, looks fine. Fox goes to the line. Hits the first. 28-21, 8:29 to go, second quarter. Hits both. And a bit more aggressive early doors in this second quarter from Ballarat in the first couple of possessions as well.
We saw Jerry Evans post up in the first quarter and get a few little bounce passes to cut us through the top, and Ballarat's really focused on that in the second.
Here's right, off the screen by Walker. Tries to cross it, but crossed it back into Marquise Coleman's hand, but Walker's able to keep it alive. Great defence. Here's right, shot clock at 2. Hanopoulos just has to throw it over the left. Off the iron, Dengakuth had it for a split second, and Walker knocks it out of court, and a great defensive set there by Ballarat.
Yeah, Marquise Coleman gets those quick hands going, knocks the ball away. McDonald thought he shook him.
Here's Jerry Evans Jr. Looking, surveying, playing quarterback inside to Kwani. Just going to back in right, no double team. Gets into the key. In the end, it was fairly easy, but missed a little 4-foot floater, and now Nunawading will push the other way. Here's McDonald. Swatala on the weak side. And takes it all the way to the basket. Double block. Fox and Coleman both got a hand. Now Kwani the other way to Evans. Thought about the 3. Shut down by McDonald. Step to the right hand dribble and drops it in. And the lead is back to 3.
Big block, big 3. The crowd are back in this game, Cam.
If that doesn't get Jerry Evans going, I don't know what will, mate. I don't know what will.
You called for it, Trav. Get him into it. He's got 5 points early in the second quarter. Here's Swatala. Marquise Coleman comes from the weak side and takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro stepped around him. It's back to 1 point. And Dave Biwa says, we got to talk about this. And calls a timeout.
Big run from the Miners. Coming from their defence, creating bad shots in the half court. Marquise Coleman with quick hands to create some steals. The block by, take your pick, Fox, Evans, Kwani. There was a bunch of them in there, but that's got Ballarat out into open air. They're getting out, they're running the lanes, they're getting layups.
Euro step there by Coleman, and he's someone who does feed off the crowd as well, and was able to take it right to McDonald. And the way that he's able to step around him there, they're feeling good. And you talk the defence, it turns into fast offense, and with the athleticism that Ballarat have, they're so hard to stop in even semi-transition.
Yeah, 100% agree there. I mean, and that was really, that Evans 3 there was in your semi-transition. It was off a couple of passes, but it was Evans hitting the baseline hard, coming up, forcing Nunawading to force closeouts and stop the drive. Evans gets a big 3. And I fully agree with you down here with the defense. Ballarat this is offense is coming from their defense, and this is what they're going to have to thrive on. They've been able to stop them.
They're a younger team. They're a more athletic team, a faster team than Nunawading. If they want to score points against this really solid defense, they're going to need to do it by just running the Spectres off their legs. And that comes from defense. That comes from getting stops. You pick the ball out of the basket, you have to go slow.
And they're a veteran team, Nunawading. They want to slow. They want to take it easy and be able to get through their sets. And if you're able to quicken the game, it makes them to make the decisions that traditionally they might not have to make at that pace. Here is McDonald. Best in the business, really, of being able to conjure an offense to his tempo. Let's see what they can come out of the timeout with. Swatala's got 11. They can't get it to him there. Right off the Swatala screen. Gets inside. Looks. Kicks it out. Swatala. 3. Off the iron. And now Ballarat have a chance. They'll push it again. Little semi-transition. Coleman drops it off. Evans for the lead. That one's short. Hanopoulos able to run it down, though.
Outstanding.
And now Nunawading get another crack at it. They lead by a point. Walker inside. I think that's going to be on Jerry Evans Jr. coming out. It couldn't possibly be on Kwani.
That is on Kwani.
All right. I stand corrected. I don't know what he really did. I would have probably copped the Coleman reach in, but I didn't think Kwani did a great deal wrong.
Yeah, but I think you're looking at Walker there and just not giving enough credit to his IQ and his experience there. He's fighting, just throwing it up, but knowing where the hands are and fighting through that hand to get that foul.
That's 2 on Quiney for the Miners.
Here is Walker, guarded by Dengakuth on the three-point line. He takes it. 3 off the iron, but another offensive rebound for Nunawading, and they'll start again.
Yeah, this is
McDonald, left-hand dribble all the way to the bucket, uses the left. I think it was down before Lucas Walker came in over the top. Either way, it's 2 points and it leads back to 3.
something very unusual that's happening tonight so far in this game is that Ballarat are losing the rebound count. And Nunawading just have so much aggression, they just want to get there.
Short for 3, got it, we're all tied up. At 36 minutes ago, second quarter, you went underneath the screen on the dribble handoff, and Sam Short goes bang.
And Nunawading are the best rebounding side in the league. This is going to be a battle for the Miners to control those boards, which is something they do very, very well generally, Trav. You're right.
Walker goes straight around Dengakuth, can't finish to the left hand, but Anopoulos able to get the left hand mid up to tuck it back in for a couple.
It's the 6th offensive board so far in 15 minutes of hoops.
Small ball as well at the moment for Nunawading with Con with 2 fouls, and it means Dengakuth has to guard the much more agile and ball handler friendly Lucas Walker. There's Coleman the other end. Off the iron, Anopoulos has had a really good start to this game and gets the rebound and will push. 32-30, just over 5 minutes to go. NBL prelim. Ballarat the 1 seed, Nunawading the 3 seed. Spot in the championship game next Saturday night up for grabs. Anopoulos looks inside, shot clock at 4, at 3. McDonald pushes away, uses the left hand and a little floater. No good.
Booth did well there to stay with the little guard.
Ballarat the chance to tie it up again or take the lead. Fox, short, hit the last one. That one's not the same result. Jerry Evans Jr. gets the rebound. Over Steele, now he'll back him in. No double team, now it comes. Anopoulos gets a hand, uses his foot to, in the end, nearly steal it though, but it was great hands on the quick double, late double team. But Ballarat will hold on to it, 8 on the shot clock, although they might reset it, being a foot violation.
He's a likely sort of Anopoulos, just does a little bit of everything. He can play bigger than what he is just through that strong frame of his. Lightning quick with his feet, even quicker with his hands. Just does a little bit of everything. He's a really tough matchup.
Shot clock reset to 14. And Sam Short to reset it from the sideline. Benier back in for Nunawading. Marquise Coleman. Guarded by Steele. Now gets Swatella on the switch. Tries Kuth. 1-on-1 in the low block. Going to back it. In the end, takes a little fadeaway that Nunawading would have been happy with, but they're able to get the offensive rebound themselves, and they'll start it again. Coleman wants Swatella 1-on-1. Pulls up 20 foot. That one's short. Anopoulos runs down the rebound, and now Nunawading again the other way. Great pass. What a pass. Swatella couldn't get it up, but he finds Steele for 3. That's short. Coleman with the rebound. Dengakuth. Oh, he just they've somehow got away with this and keep the ball, but it hasn't been pretty last 45 seconds, particularly for Ballarat, both ends of the court.
No, but I like this 5 in Nunawading at the moment. They're a 5-way team that can switch here, so everything here that switches. So you found we had Steele's match up on Akuth through a couple of switches, which forces Akuth to catch the ball 2 feet out of the paint. Anyone here now from guard to forward, from guard to the 5 can switch. It's a good lineup.
And really the only person that you wouldn't want on a Kuth is probably Air. They've got 4 guys that can match the big fella down low.
Short, finds Evans. He's already hit one that quarter, but another offensive rebound. Both teams going through spurts of being able to have more than the one possession. On this particular occasion, it's Ballarat. Evans just bumps straight in to Anopoulos. The referees look at each other, and it will be a block. Jerry Evans Jr. was very keen to take on Benier with the left hand. Anopoulos came over a split second late.
Evans wasn't doing anything there but being a truck and going to the rim there, so...
I think Anopoulos is a little unlucky. I think he was well and truly set there. Set his feet, learned a language, made a cup of tea.
I get the feeling Anopoulos thrives off the fact that he wants bruises in his chest because he's happy to throw his chest in.
32-30, 3:31 to go, second period. Lingard coming back in. Fox will take a seat.
Very interesting bringing in Lingard and Fisher.
First minutes for Fisher, I believe.
Especially with the last 3 minutes of the second quarter going into half time. It's an interesting sub.
2-point lead for Nunawading. Sam Short, Fisher, Lingard, Akuth and Jerry Evans Jr. on the court for Ballarat. Walker, Switala, Steele, Wright and Hernopoulos and Air for Nunawading. Ballarat to reset. Couldn't get inside. Now they'll... Jerry Evans, top of the key. Guarded by Walker. Uses the right hand. Can't get open on the switch. He's short. Top of the key. Already hit a 3 this quarter. Now's got Switala on the switch. Inside to Akuth. Again, they make him fade away. That one's again off the iron. And Nunawading are guarding that particularly well. They're switching and making Deng Akuth not get inside for a dunk or a little jump hook. They're making him take 10, 12-foot fadeaways. Unfortunately for Nunawading, they can't secure a defensive rebound.
No, but I mean, as I said, it's they've got a really good lineup. It's a flexible lineup, and Steele's guarding the 3, but quite hard. He's currently guarding the 1, but happy to defend Akuth in the post and force Akuth to fade away. It's a great call there, Cam.
Evans Jr. inside to Lingard, guarded by Lucas Walker. There'll be no double team coming, but Lingard gets all the way to the bucket.
Walker.
And Lucas Walker might have got him on the body.
Yeah, that's a soft prelim final call, that one.
Yeah, Walker not happy, and I don't blame him.
Lingard going nowhere. He's on the shooting a fadeaway.
He tried to make something happen, got halfway through the key, picked up his dribble and thought, I'm not quite sure what I've got here.
Cam, here's your chance,
Trav,
mate.
you banned me 2 weeks ago to talk about the referee,
Well,
so I won't. Lingard will go to the foul line. All I want in sport, basketball, but any sport, is just consistency. So that call, if it happens at the other end, I'm fine with that, because the players know to adapt. That's my only thing with calls in sport and in basketball. Just make sure it's called identically at both ends of the court.
Agree totally. And I think everyone in the world agrees with
That's
that.
the argument from under 8s through to the pros.
I know. Lingard misses them both anyway, so I don't want to
just
say
more
Paul
vocal
don't
about
lie,
it.
but here we go. Yes, that's true. Here we go. Nunawading lead by a couple. 2:52 to go. Second quarter. Here's Switala. 11 in the first period. Hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had that in him. That was pretty.
Nice move. He looks great early. He looks confident as well and aggressive. Having Akuth there, knows he can probably take him a little bit dribble, or at least more confident taking him off the dribble than going inside and trying to meet him at the rim.
Switala holding his hip as he got up there, so keep an eye on that. We've already seen Lucas Walker head off and come back after an ankle. We'll just keep an eye on Switala. Again, this is an older side. These little bumps and bruises can add up.
Big tree fall hard. He's a big boy, Trav, so when he hits the ground, it's always going to probably leave a little mark somewhere.
Especially when you fall on your hips.
Yep. It was great. He got Nunawading started early, Dane Switala. Now we've got a line for a couple. Now's the first.
Is that his first point since that opening salvo?
Yep. He's got 12. 13 now.
Bring some of the changes here for Nunawading. And they've gone a little bit young as well. McDonald comes back in and Wright comes back in as well. Kasperwich in as well. 34-34 point lead for Nunawading. He's short, guarded by Wright. Fox. Kasperwich giving him a little bit of time. Now gets inside into the key. Uses the body and be able to just go straight through the body of the defender. Kiss it off the window. It counts. It's back to 2.
He's been active today, Josh Fox. He hasn't always been as active on offense this season, but had a good run late before he went to the Pacific Games.
Great pass. Right, Steele spin it before he got it.
That's disappointing. That was a wonderful off-ball cut and a fantastic pass.
Evans Jr. straight on 3 for the lead. Short, right with the rebounds. Short came over the top and couldn't get the short 3. Championship Day, August 17 next week. Men's and women's NBL1 Grand Finals. Get your tickets at tickettech.com.au. Short with the rotating defense. Gets it Fox, throws it back up. Tipped beautifully by Wright, although he's been nudged out.
It's great defense from Tommy Wright.
Little finger tipper was enough to be able to delay with the pass was going to get to Fox. In the end, he was able to get it, and no bonus yet, so Ballarat have it from the baseline, but that was a short 2 points, and now Ballarat have to go through their offense to try and make it work.
Yeah, I reckon that's what Fox is whinging about. He's calling for an unsportsmanlike there because he should have had that done.
If that pass had come off and the dunk had gone down, the stadium would have erupted here.
20 on the shot clock. Short looking. Gives it inside to Fox. He's going to back it in. No double team yet. Again, Nunawading defense, great D because they force the fade away. And they're playing it on their merits when it goes one-on-one in the key. Means they don't need to double team on many occasions.
Doctor's liking that matchup on Casperks.
Right goes baseline, met by Jerry Evans Jr., kicks it out, Swatala holds it, shot clock at 9. Got Fox on the isolation, shoots at 3 from the 45, off the iron. Steele keeps alive, straight to right, left-hand layup is off the iron. Evans Jr. can't get it. It just fell to Swatala's hands, and he puts it back in. And offensive rebounds again, Trav, is keeping not Nunawading in the game, but in front of this contest.
Offensive rebound number 9, 12th point off offensive boards. Second chance points, to be technical.
Coleman just loses it. That's an unforced error if you'll ever see one. And Nunawading with a chance here to build the lead. It's a dour defensive struggle. Gets all the way into the key. Uses his body. That's what we spoke about at the other end, but this time it's not called. Now the other end. Walker just pulls up off the dribble and off the iron, and Kastrovich with the rebound.
And the rushed shot from Coleman. It was 4-on-4. A couple of players not coming back quickly. Got more space than that.
Right. Off to Swatala screen. Gets all the way to the bucket and one. Was able to use the body, create a little bit of space. Coleman thought he could get it, he couldn't. And in the end, the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity for Wright from the foul line.
Yeah, how good's this display by Nunawading? This is the third best offense against the first best defense. And currently offense is sticking it to the defense. It's fantastic. They've had their will. They're able to get to the rim, finish around contact, not only able to get to the rim, to get their mid-range J's. I'm loving this contest at the moment.
Coleman and Jerry Evans take a seat. Kwani back into the game as well. And yet again, the crowd were in it for a 2 or 3 minute start of the second quarter. But Nunawading to end these last couple of minutes have been able to get it back, and the lead is out to 9 within 30 seconds to go of the second quarter.
Swatala on the offensive board there. A classic pull the chair play on Dengakuth. One of the oldest tricks in the book.
Going to be about a 5-second differential, so Nunawading will get a shot. Short for 3. Oh. Kastrovich just comes over and just almost commits the ultimate basketball sin. David Beway, if he had hair, he'd be pulling it out right now.
That gives coaches nightmares. There's nothing worse. There is nothing worse. That wasn't a great shot. You had your hand up. You're forcing him to take a shot with your arms, and if he makes that, so be it. I don't know what you're trying to do here.
No, just come under him in the last second.
It just didn't need to be that aggressive. He could have just stayed up like he was and said he was trying to get under him. Then he wants to whinge about it and say there's no foul.
Simon Conn back in for the Spectres as well.
Has set a majority of his second quarter with 2 fouls. The lead was 8 for Nunawading. They got it out to 11 in the first quarter. It was 8 at quarter time. It currently sits at 7.
Yeah, that's an offensive sub there. Get Con on. Finish the half with a bucket.
Ross Waitman in for the first time.
Sam Short.
Oh, they've got a foul to give. So I'm going to say that's where it's coming.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
It's the second. Sam Short. Back to Melbourne United again as well, who will be in Ballarat in a couple of weeks' time as well, here on a Friday night, September 13.
Playing against Illawarra and our favourite guy, Mr. Ball.
Looking forward to LeVar getting down to Bluestone and just enjoying the local facilities. Here's Shane McDonald.
He's in the com box, isn't he?
Shot clock at 7. To his best. All the way to the key. Way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat to end the first half. And it's 41-34 as Tom Wright was able to get all the way to the basket and lay it in. And after 20 minutes here in Ballarat, NBL1 Prelim 1, it is a 7-point lead for Nunawading, 41-34. Before we take a quick break, boys, I'll start with you, Trav. Your thoughts on the first half?
I think that last play summed up exactly the way that this first half's gone. Nunawading have had their will. I mean, they've only put up 41 points, but they're shooting at over 50% still. But they've had their will with their offense. And it's only been when they've had those couple of soft turnovers has it allowed Ballarat to get into this play. The second quarter, Ballarat able to get a little bit of defense and run through their offense from feeding off their defense, allowed them to get a couple of runs. And we said this a couple of weeks ago, and Jad, we've been saying this a lot. Ballarat thrive off those runs, and you have to limit the amount of runs that they have because that's what they want. They're not a team that'll go bucket for bucket for bucket for bucket. They want to put on 10 quick points, and stop you with a nothing, and then allow a bucket or two, and then put on another run, and they just haven't been able to do that today.
Jared Prosser, what do you make of this first half? And what is Brendan Joyce? What's his main instruction, or at least talking point at half time?
Well, Travis talked about the defence, and we spoke about the defence at the start of the game. Now, ultimately, Ballarat have conceded 41 points. It's not far off their average. The style they've conceded them isn't positive. However, they've only scored 34 points. This is a team that averages 90 a game. If you're already scoring 34 points in a half of basketball, you're going to have a damn hard time winning. So going back to something that Travis mentioned earlier, I think it was at the quarter-time break, Ballarat haven't really gotten through their sets. And when they have, they've taken shots with a chest in their way. They need to find a way to split this defence a little more. Perhaps feeding the post where they're able to get some cuts through the top. I'm not quite sure what else Coach Joyce has up his sleeve, but there will be some ways to get through this Nunawading defence. Ballarat and Coach Joyce need to find them.
And lastly, before we go to a break, Trav, just on Nunawading, who have been brilliant and have done nothing out of the norm. Exactly what Nunawading have done tonight is what we've been watching them do, and this particular group of players for a long period of time. If you're Simon Conn, what are you ramming home right now? How do you... It's always easy to make a little bit of a change when you are down there a couple of points in arrears. So what do you do if you're Nunawading 20 minutes into this thing, knowing you've probably executed most things to plan?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just nailed it on the head there. Continue to execute. I mean, if you continue to execute your offense and be smart with the way that you execute, taking those great shots and not doing stuff that's outside your role and not doing outside that's your skill level, which is what we haven't seen that tonight. At the moment, they're doing what they can do, and they're playing the way that they should be playing. They're playing their roles. They're not trying to do too much, and that's why they've got the 8-point lead.
There you go. At NBL1, make sure you get involved anytime you like. We're going to go to a very quick break. It's halftime here in Ballarat, 41-34. The number 3 seed visiting Nunawading Spectres have been outstanding through 20 minutes. Ballarat, last game here at the Minor Dome. Can they conjure it up and get through to Championship Day next week, or will it be the Nunawading Spectres to take on either Frankston or Bendigo? All that, plenty more, including the second half next, right here from Ballarat. Was able to use to his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat. To his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat.
Couth, I'm waiting for that matchup to start being looked for.
Sotwala inside to Simon Conn, little pick and roll. Just injured.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, and Kilsyth, as Wright gets straight to the basket, throws it up. Body was used by Kwani, and he'll go McDonald. This is Sotwala. He's got 7 early, 3 of 3 from the field. Make it 4 from 4. He's got 9. And it's get inside to Sotwala. Got the hot hand. Has 9 early, 4 of 4 from the field. Gets on the elbow, Couth. And he'll go in the last couple of minutes. Now inside to Jerry Evans Jr. There's the double team. To Fox. Sotwala come over in the rotation. Nunawading continue to make them pay. Here's Walker. Just stops it off to Anopoulos. Jerry Evans Jr. Yeah, I always do. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're straight in. Steal. Weekend. Guarded by Lingard. Cleared out. Just takes it right at him. Tries to go with the chest. Off the screen. Goes to left hand. Kicks it back. Anopoulos. Just goes straight around Jerry Evans. Couth had to help. Left Simon Conn wide open. Here's Fox. Goes at Conn. Clears out. Great D. Tries to draw the foul. Simon Conn didn't do it. Push the other way. Here's McDonald. Sotwala on the weak side. And takes it all the way to the basket. Double block. Fox and Coleman both got a hand. Now Kwani the other way to Evans. Thought about the 3. Shut down by McDonald. Steps to the right hand dribble and drops it in. And then takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro steps around him. It's back to 1 point. And takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro steps around him. It's back to 1 point.
Yeah, this is
McDonald. Left hand dribble all the way to the bucket. Using the left. I think it was down before Lucas.
They just have so much aggression. They just want to get there.
Short for 3. Got it. We're all tied up at 36.
Boards, which is something they do very, very well generally, Trav. You're right.
Walker goes straight around Couth. Can't finish to the left hand. But Anopoulos, Sotwala couldn't get it up, and he finds Steele for 3. That's short. Coleman with the rebound. Couth. Oh, he just... They've somehow got a guarded by Lucas Walker. There'll be no double team coming, but Lingard gets all the way to the bucket.
Walker.
And Lucas Walker, here's Swatala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Here's Swatala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Right. Off the Swatala screen, gets all the way to the bucket and one. Was able to use it. Through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat. Through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat.
Couth, I'm waiting for that matchup to start being looked for.
Swatala inside to Simon Conn. Little pick and roll. Just injured.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, and Kilsyth, as Wright gets straight to the basket, throws it up. Body was used by Kwani, and he'll go as McDonald. Swatala, he's got 7 early, 3 of 3 from the field. Make it 4 from 4, he's got 9. And they get inside to Swatala, got the hotter hand, has 9 early, 4 of 4 from the field. Gets on the elbow, Denga-Couth, and he'll go the field in the last couple of minutes. Now inside to Jerry Evans Jr. There's the double team. It's a Fox. Swatala come over in the rotation. Nunawading continue to make them pay. Here's Walker, just stops it off to Anopoulos. Jerry Evans Jr. Yeah, I always do. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're straight in. Steal. Weekend. Guarded by Lingard. Cleared out. Just takes it right at him. Tries to go with the chest. Off the screen. Goes to left hand. Kicks it back. And Anopoulos just goes straight around Jerry Evans. Couth had to help. Left Simon Conn wide open. Here's Fox. Goes at Conn. Clears out. Great D. Tries to draw the foul. Simon Conn didn't do it. Push the other way. Here's McDonald. Swatala on the weak side. Takes it all the way to the basket. Double block. Fox and Coleman both got a hand. Now Kwani the other way to Evans. Thought about the 3. Shut down by McDonald. Steps to the right hand dribble and drops it in. And then takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro stepped around him. It's back to 1 point. And takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro stepped around him. It's back to 1 point.
Yeah, this is
McDonald, left-hand dribble all the way to the bucket, uses the left. I think it was down before Lucas.
They just have so much aggression, they just want to get there.
Short for 3, got it, we're all tied up at 36.
Which is something they do very, very well generally, Trav, you're right.
Walker goes straight around Denga-Couth, can't finish to the left hand, but Anopoulos, Swatala couldn't get it up, but he finds Steele for 3. That's short. Coleman with the rebound. Denga-Couth. Oh, he they've somehow got a guarded by Lucas Walker. There'll be no double team coming, but Lingard gets all the way to the bucket.
Walker.
And Lucas Walker, here's Swatala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Here's Swatala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Right. Off the Swatala screen, gets all the way to the bucket and one. Was able to use it. Through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat. Through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat.
Couth, I'm waiting for that matchup to start being looked for.
Swatala inside to Simon Conn. Little pick and roll. Just injured.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, and Kilsyth, as Wright gets straight to the basket, throws it up. Body was used by Kwani, and he'll go as McDonald. Swatala, he's got 7 early, 3 of 3 from the field. Make it 4 from 4, he's got 9. And they get inside to Swatala, got the hotter hand, has 9 early, 4 of 4 from the field. Gets on the elbow, Denga-Couth, and he'll go the field in the last couple of minutes. Now inside to Jerry Evans Jr. There's the double team. It's a Fox. Swatala come over in the rotation. Nunawading continue to make them pay. Here's Walker, just stops it off to Anopoulos. Jerry Evans Jr. Yeah, I always do. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're straight in. Steal. Weekend. Guarded by Lingard. Cleared out. Just takes it right at him. Tries to go with the chest. Off the screen. Goes to left hand. Kicks it back. And Anopoulos just goes straight around Jerry Evans. Couth had to help. Left Simon Conn wide open. Here's Fox. Goes at Conn. Clears out. Great D. Tries to draw the foul. Simon Conn didn't do it. Push the other way. Here's McDonald. Swatala on the weak side. Takes it all the way to the basket. Double block. Fox and Coleman both got a hand. Now Kwani the other way to Evans. Thought about the 3. Shut down by McDonald. Steps to the right hand dribble and drops it in. And then takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro stepped around him. It's back to 1 point. And takes it away. Now the other way. Goes to McDonald. Euro stepped around him. It's back to 1 point.
Yeah, this is
McDonald, left-hand dribble all the way to the bucket, uses the left. I think it was down before Lucas.
They just have so much aggression, they just want to get there.
Short for 3, got it, we're all tied up at 36.
Boards, which is something they do very, very well generally, Trav. You're right.
I'm waiting for that matchup to start being looked for.
Sutwala inside to Simon Conn. Little pick and roll. Just injured.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, and Kilsyth, as Wright gets straight to the basket, throws it up. Body was used by Kwani, and he'll go McDonald. Sutwala, he's got 7 early, 3 of 3 from the field. Make it 4 from 4, he's got 9. And it's get inside to Sutwala. Got the hotter hand, has 9 early, 4 of 4 from the field. Gets on the elbow, Dengakuth. And he'll go the in the last couple of minutes. Now inside to Jerry Evans Jr. There's the double team. To Fox. Sutwala come over in the rotation. Nunawading continue to make them pay. Here's Walker, just stops it off to Anopoulos. Jerry Evans Jr. Yeah, I always do. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're straight in. Steal. Weekend. Guarded by Lingard. Cleared out. Just takes it right at him. Tries to go with the chest. Off the screen. Goes to left hand. Kicks it back. Anopoulos just goes straight around Jerry Evans. Akuth had to help. Left Simon Conn wide open. Here's Fox, goes at Conn, clears out, great D, tries to draw the foul. Simon Conn didn't do it, push the other way. Here's McDonald, Sutwala on the weak side, takes it all the way to the basket, double block. Fox and Coleman both got a hand, now Kwani the other way to Evans, thought about the 3, shut down by McDonald, steps to the right hand dribble and drops it in. And then takes it away, now the other way, goes to McDonald, Euro steps around him, it's back to 1 point and takes it away, now the other way, goes to McDonald, Euro steps around him, it's back to 1 point.
Yeah, this is
McDonald, left hand dribble all the way to the bucket, uses the left, I think it was down before Lucas.
They just have so much aggression, they just want to get there.
Short for 3, got it, we're all tied up at 36.
Boards, which is something they do very, very well generally, Trav, you're right.
Walker goes straight around Dengakuth, can't finish to the left hand. But Anopoulos over. Sutwala couldn't get it up, but he finds Steele for 3. That's short. Coleman with the rebound. Dengakuth. Oh, he just they've somehow got a guarded by Lucas Walker. There'll be no double team coming, but Lingard gets all the way to the bucket.
Walker.
And Lucas Walker. Here's Sutwala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Here's Sutwala, 11 in the first period, hasn't scored in the second. Great spin.
Lovely move.
I definitely didn't think he had.
Right. Off to Sutwala screen, gets all the way to the bucket and 1. Was able to use through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defensive effort by Ballarat. Through his best, all the way to the key, way too easy. And that is a horrible defense. 20 minutes in the books, NBL 1, Prelim 1, Ballarat 34, Nunawading 41. And Trav Hewish, just quickly before we get into the second half, stats-wise, what's the first 20 minutes tell us?
All Nunawading. Literally all Nunawading. 24 rebounds to 17, 7 offensive boards. Off those offensive boards, they've been able to put 10 points, 10 easy buckets there. As we've said constantly, their defense has been fantastic. They've forced Ballarat to put out 38.7% from the field goal. They're shooting it and only 4 for 9 from the three-point line. And they're also shooting 6 for 11 from the free throw line. But I think one key there, and we spoke about this off air, guys, was Ballarat aren't used to playing behind. They're not. They've only been in the lead for 2.5 minutes. This is going to be an interesting second half to see how they come out, not being used to being the front runners.
I spoke at the beginning about the matchup between the combination of point guards in McDonald and Wright for Nunawading against Sam Short. Sam Short, and I know plus minus numbers can be skewed by a lot of different things, but he's a game worst -15, Sam Short. They've done a wonderful job in stopping Short setting up this offense, and as a result, Ballarat's got 34 points at the half.
41-34, Nunawading by 7. McDonald, Sutwala, Wright, Conn and Hanopoulos to start for Nunawading for Ballarat. Same starting 5 as they started the game as well. Sure, they started a zone as well to Ballarat, come out in the 2-3 zone. Sutwala for 3, that's how the game started, and one way to break and open a zone is to do exactly that, and Sutwala hits a 3 to lead his 10. Short, Fox, Akuth, Evans Jr. and Kwani for Ballarat.
Yeah, I love that. I really don't like zone. I think it has its place, but I love the fact that on the first play, You're going to come out and play a zone, put a zone, and I'm going to bang a 3 on you.
Short, can't finish it. Fox on the rebound, goes over Con. Is able to put it down.
Strong play, Josh Fox.
Single-handedly keeping them in the game. Without Josh Fox, they're going to be a lot further than 8 points behind.
Is what we did last time, and the first time that I'd seen Ballarat this NBL1 season was 2 weeks ago when you and I did the game Trav against Kilsyth, and we spoke about how underrated he is. He just stays in the game and just all of a sudden he's got 20 and 10 without being the high-flying, electrifying guy. And you're right, without him tonight, they're probably looking at an 18, 20-point deficit, and that is a much different situation to the one they're in now. Yeah,
well, he's had 12. He's now got 12 points.
And a very different role for Josh Fox this year. Last year he was a legit 20-10 every night. This season, 4th or 5th option on offense.
Gone away from that zone, but they've still got a wide open shot because Shane McDonald's able to get into the key. And Wright nails a 3, and that leads 11. Zone or man, it doesn't matter. Both 3-point baskets going down for Nunawading. Great pass. There's Fox. Great defense. Got him, I think, did Wright. Great pass by Jerry Evans Jr., and Fox will go to foul line for a couple.
Yeah, but it was a great screen by Fox though. Just to get a little bit of contact, force the guy to stop a little bit. Fox gets a free rein to the rim. Great help Dido to force him to come to the other side of the rim.
Great hands from Wright. He almost took that.
Thing is, well, with the screens, as you touched on with Fox there, it's just enough to create a little bit of hesitation in the defender's mind. So it might not necessarily be a wipeout screen, but the moment at this level, with the speed of, say, Jerry Evans Jr. or even a Shane McDonald on the other end, the moment there's a split-second hesitation or concern in the defender's mind, the decision's been made by the offensive player, and that's probably a big example there.
Yeah, exactly right. Even through minimal contact.
Yeah. McDonald guarded by Short. 2 of the best point guards in the NBL1 this year. Here's Con. 2 early fouls. Switala left wide open. Don't know why. He's been dominant early. He can't hit it though. Probably got let off the hook there, did Ballarat. Now they come the other way, and here's Fox. Got the little hand check. 2 hands in the back by Dane Switala, and the referee say that's a foul.
Yeah, Switala's been hot, and it's not like it's out of the ordinary for him. He's a 44% 3-point shooter on the season. You need to be up on that man.
Here's Fox. Guarded by Con. Now it's Jerry Evans Jr. Hanopoulos. He's able to get into the key. Drops to the Fox, who uses his body well on Con. But they're going to give an offensive foul. Referee, I think it's a late call on Fox.
Very keen to see a replay on this one.
He used the body to try and get a foul and create space. There you go.
No, but he's called it on the rebound, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Unless it is a late call, that's the only other thing it can be. Didn't look like much in it otherwise.
I thought it must have been a late call. Either way, Nunawading get the ball. The foul is on Fox. They lead by 9. McDonald gets inside. Left-hand layup over Short. And that leads back to 11. And the continual concern for Brendan Joyce is the point guards. As Kwani gets inside, stripped by Con, that's off his foot. Not just the point guards, but the penetration of all guards of Nunawading to get inside the key is just becoming too easy.
And that factor of Simon Con being able to pick and pop is really leaving Dingakuth not knowing if he's Arthur or Martha. Every time he rolls across to the drive, 15-footer for Con. Every time he steps out to Con, there's a layup for a guard. Here we see again. We saw it again. Dingakuth right there, stepped in and shaded out. McDonald took the chance that the big fella wasn't going to come into the shot, put up the layup.
Brendan Joyce needs timeout because that lead is out to 13, 51-38, 7:43 to go, and we spent so much at halftime waiting for the response of Ballarat, Trav, and really, to be honest, the response, it was a Dane Switala 3 to kickstart it, to get him out of his zone, a right 3 while they were in a man, and all the intensity and the emotions with the Spectres into the court.
Yeah, I mean, the response has been from Nunawading. It's plain and simple. They're playing ball. They've turned up to play ball. I think we've touched on it a few times, and I hate to beat a dead horse here, but the factor of Simon Con having to play that mid-range and Dingakuth having to own that now, early on, and especially in that second quarter, early in that second quarter, Dingakuth didn't own that. It hurt them. Con goes out and makes 4 mid-range J's. He's now have to sit out. Now the lane's free for him. And they've been able to have that free reign in this first 2 minutes of the quarter.
We've seen a switch of defence with Akuth and Fox in that second quarter for a couple of plays, and Con ended up having Fox on him to get Akuth or able to allow Akuth to stay inside the key. Is that something you'd go back to, Jared?
I would change it up again. You'd need to switch Akuth away from Simon Conn for sure. But I would look at maybe switching him onto Hernopoulos. Hernopoulos, yeah, he can drive, but he's not a three-point threat. So if he wants to bang away from out there, let him go. But that way it keeps Akuth a little bit closer to the basket.
51-38, 7:40 to go. A quiet Win Monodome right now. Is it still the Win Monodome, or is that?
It is.
It is. Okay. 55
That's
years.
the Mars Monodome now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right.
Apologies to two great local businesses. Well, there you go. It says Mars Monodome on the wall, so I'll take your word for it. Right. It was Win for the first 50 years, it'll be Mars for the next. All right, here we go. 13-point lead, that's the most important thing. Here's Xenopoulos, gets around Coleman, into the key, kicks it out to Gon, still got Akuth on him. Back, little 1-2 with Shane McDonald. No double team, still trying to get inside the con, gets deep into the key, uses the frame, steps out of court.
It's a much better defensive effort from Ballarat. Much, much better.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting though. If I was Kwani, I'm not helping down on Con there because he just doesn't have the athleticism to bang against Akuth. So he's not going to take that post, and I'd be happily allowing him to bang against Akuth.
Marquise Coleman gets all the way to the key, lays it in. Simon Coleman with those 2 fouls just had to stand there without a great deal of resistance. He was able to kiss it off the glass, and it's back to 11.
Yeah, about time we saw a high pick and just a simple basketball play.
Right, looking for Swatala, who's been great all night, guarded by Fox on the face-up. 2 high-quality power forwards going at it. Swatala on the fadeaway, 17 feet. Fox just shakes the head. Nothing he can do as it finds bottom of the net.
Great defense, better offense.
What's he, 7 for 10 and 21? That's unbelievable first 3 quarters.
Evans, other end. That one's off the iron. Hernopoulos did enough. And that lead of 13, 6 minutes ago in third quarter. The 3 seed, here's Swatala.
Oh, he was through there too.
Was.
Spent it before he had it.
Great con for 3. Akuth let him take it. That's why. Kept it alive. Swatala, 3. Offensive rebound. Couldn't lead to a wide open triple going down.
You see Hernopoulos again, just that does that little bit of everything there, just flicks the ball back out.
Kwani off the screen by Fox, gets inside to the key, goes over Con and kisses it off the window.
They're the plays Ballarat need. You need to go at Con on the move. He's not going to get up and block your shot. Frankly, this whole Nunawading side doesn't have anybody that can meet you at the top of the mountain, so you need to take it in at them hard.
Exactly, we just spoke about a moment ago about not doubling Con due to athleticism on Akuth. Trav's exact same reason down the other end.
Oh, Tom Wright not happy. Threw the circus shot off the window.
A little bit late on the replay to check it, but yeah, again, continuation. It's a hard one.
It's that classic continuation we spoke about, isn't it? You can do the same thing 10 times and have it called 5 each way.
No.
Too early?
No.
Too early?
That was no. That should have been. That's a 3-point play.
You reckon it should have counted?
Yeah, it should have counted. He should have been on the line. Doesn't matter.
2 points counted. McDonald again into the key. If they don't stop these guards penetrating and dishing out to the key, Ballarat cannot win this game. Because Con is feasting from the mid-range. And that lead is 13.
Matchup he wants.
Oh.
Hey, the problem is Akuth has to bail his team out. He's not been able to do anything because he has to bail his team out. It's just killing him because Con's hitting buckets over the top of him.
This is where I'd like to see that switch to Hernopoulos. Hernopoulos cannot shoot from the outside. He's shooting 20 on the year.
That should have been a count.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an unusual defense. It's probably a little bit gimmicky, but let's see how Nunawading deal with it because what Ballarat are doing right now is not working.
Kwani, 13-point hole, the Miners. Kwani for 3, never looked like it. Right with the rebound, and again, that one-shot offense, which has become staple tonight for Ballarat, again on show there. Here's Swatala.
No Simon Conn on the floor now for Nunawading.
Oh, McDonald just waltzes in, left-hand floater, seen it a million times in the last 10 or 12 years, and that's no different. The lead is 15, and you can hear a pin drop in the crowd. The only noise coming from the Nunawading bench with 4:33 to go here in the third quarter. Akuth just grabbed by Hernopoulos.
That switch has been happening all game, and that's the very first time Akuth's got that in motion under the rim. Well, they've even looked at it.
Smart foul to give away too. It's a definite 2 points if he doesn't
Interesting sub, bringing Fox in for Kwani. Nunawading have had a way with their guards and they've gone extra big. I'm interested to see the matchups they're going to play here.
Here's Coleman, guarded by McDonald. Akuth, Sam Short, hasn't been a factor tonight yet. Jerry Evans Jr. goes around, or tries to go around Steele, but steps on the end line.
And this is that lineup that you were talking about before. I mean, they've no Con on the floor. They've gone to small. They're able to switch. Steele can switch on any man on this floor, and he's just shown again through another turnover his wonderful D.
Something that's really obvious with this Ballarat team is that you mentioned at halftime, Trav, the very fact is they aren't used to playing behind a great deal. It strips away a little bit of their confidence, a little bit of aggressiveness, and their high-octane aggressive above the rim play is built on confidence. As we look at this again, and they're second-guessing themselves almost on everything here.
Yeah, they had a 4-on-2 then.
And that was great transition from Nunawading.
Evans rattles off the iron.
Two-pass offense for a fade away from the post. You haven't got your momentum. The shot's not falling for you, so you need to get yourself to the line, get yourself some free buckets, fight through the contact and get to the rim.
That's excellent D from Akuth that time.
What can Ballarat conjure up? Wouldn't want to go into three-quarter time with a double-digit deficit. Inside, pass to Coleman. Akuth just goes straight up. Should have gone straight up. Tried to play for the contact.
And then puts his arms up, looking for a foul. I don't reckon there was any foul there. That's just good finals ball.
Just go up and dunk it, big fella.
Exactly.
McDonald guarded by Coleman. Uses the Walker screen. Then the Swatala screen and met by Fox, who just gave away a little lazy foul.
You could see that coming. There was that double high pick with Shane McDonald coming to his left. It's exactly what you want to play with. And that's going to force, because they are so big at the moment, Ballarat, and they don't match up well with these guards, it's going to force Fox to have to lift high off that double just to show and get him hedge and recover and get him outside. McDonald's experience causes a foul.
57-42, 15-point lead, 3:03 to go, third quarter. Nunawading have been brilliant from the outset. Fox hit a three to kickstart it for Ballarat, but since then it's been all Nunawading. Had 11-point lead in the first. Right, fade away, not even close. So we're going to go the other way. Can they gain something here? Kwani almost double dribbled it. Coleman turns down the three, gets inside, floater, uses it off the glass, and able to kiss it off, and it's back to 13.
At the other end, that's the first time I've seen Akuth come out to the guard off the roll, off the pick, and stay with him. Not look to fade back and give up the key.
McDonald gets around Coleman too easy. Coleman hits it from behind out of court.
Well, he had to make sure he did that, because otherwise McDonald was dunking that.
Wasn't a great deal of rotational help coming from Ballarat there. 57-44, 2:29 to go. What we spoke about at half-time about what Ballarat really need to do and tinker with, have you seen that at all, boys, in this third quarter?
Not a lot, no. It's the short answer, Cam. Ballarat are, scored 10 points, and we're 7.5 minutes into this quarter. So let's extrapolate that out. They score 13 points. It's 47. They're going to go for 60 in the game. Right now, they'd have to hold Nunawading to 2 points in 12.5 minutes to win it based on that. So a hell of a lot needs to change at both ends of the floor. Nunawading's defence, that stay at home, keep your chest in between the player and the ring, it's really thrown Ballarat off their rhythm. And Travis, you mentioned it, Ballarat are not used to playing from behind. There's been a lot of rushed offense. We've seen it, one pass, someone looks to jab step and shoot. Second pass, maybe we'll shoot a fade away from the low post, from the elbow. There hasn't been a lot of let's run an offense for 18, 19 seconds and see what we can get here.
Yeah. I'm no Brendan Joyce here, but I'm going to make my suggestion here is to go away from what you've been doing, get the ball out of Jeremy Evans' hands, get the ball into Coleman's hands high, and play through some on-ball high picks, and get some play going through that. Because that's at the moment, I think Coleman's got a matchup that he can get to the rim. He's athletic. He's the only one really looking like he can score.
Walker guarded by Akuth. Double team from short. Akuth did enough in the end. Walker's little jump hook from 4-4 was off the iron. Can Ballarat string some scores together? In the Bendigo Frankston prelim right now, it's Bendigo by 20.
Wow. Gee, Ballarat will want to get back into this then.
The lowest seeded teams right now doing it all. Coleman took it on Walker, couldn't finish it. And Nunawading come the other way. Can't finish it. Now Coleman with the rebound, looks up. They push it again. Little semi-transition. Great deep by Nunawading. He's short, gets into the key. Coleman, Akuth was open for a little while. Didn't see him. Now Fox, guarded by Walker. Goes inside, uses the body, and one!
Josh Fox. Big basket from the skipper. Two big bodies going at it there too. Walker and Fox down low.
And even in that situation, boys, little semi-transition, they still second-guess themselves a little bit. End up getting a good shot, so hard to be overly critical of it, but it's not the Ballarat transition offense we've seen all year.
It was good transition by Nunawading, admittedly, but no, you're right. There was a chance to take that into the teeth of the defence, and I think it was Coleman, little handoff to Short, who pulled it back.
Fox nails it, three-point play. It's back to 10, and the last 5 points belong to Ballarat. 1:32 to go, third period.
Fox with 16 now. Well and truly leading the way for Ballarat. No one else in double figures.
Swatella leads the way for Nunawading. Here's Anopoulos back to the zone for Ballarat. What can it do? Well, it meant to a wide open three. It's off the iron, no, from Steele, and Ballarat get a stop. The lead's at 10. Coleman gets in, tries to draw a little bit of contact.
But that's okay. That's okay. You forced a tough shot. You get a long rebound. You get to get the ball to Coleman, who's unbelievably good on the fast break. That's okay. Give that up. You're going to get the ball back. We need to get the aggression. The Ballarat need to be getting to the rim, just like that. Force the ref to make a call.
57-47. NBL1 prelim. Winner to go through to the championship game next Saturday night at the State Basketball Centre. 8 p.m. tip-off. Get your tickets, tickettech.com.au. Here's Kwani into the key. Uses a little Euro step, goes away from it, gets it home. Off the soft roll, the nice rims here in the minor dome. And the lead is down to 8.
Ballarat won't want this quarter to end right now, Cam.
Under a minute to go. Back to that zone for Ballarat. They spent about a minute in the first minute of the third quarter. Swatella hit a three. This time it's Walker. Similar spot. Never looked like it. Falls into the hands of Fox. Looks up and doesn't pass it to Akuth. Gives it to Kwani. Pushes it down. Coleman for three. We're right behind it. Oh, actually looked good.
That did.
That would have brought the house down.
Offensive rebound. Fox gets away with travel, but he doesn't get away with it. Referee's onto it. And Nunawading now with a 4-second differential between the shot and game clock. 57-49. 2 for 1 out of play, so Nunawading will do what they do. Shane McDonald brings it over half court, met by Sam Short. Waves away Simon Conn.
Too early. He said too early.
Now he wants him under 10. Double team comes from Kwani. Kwani on the weak side, but leaves Steele wide open. Uses the eyebrow fake, gets wide open. Can't hit it. Fox over the top of Conn. Comes off Conn hand. Anopoulos saves it. And that was off the own Walker. Blocked by Akuth. In the end, it was a messy possession. But it all says an 8-point lead to Nunawading with a quarter to go. The last 7 points belong to Ballarat. And so with 1 period remaining, this is a big one, boys. Trav, we'll start with you. Your thoughts?
Yeah, as big as the lead, what Nunawading had it out to?
15.
They're only going in with an 8-point lead. I mean, they were 7. Ballarat were down 7 at halftime. They're still only down 8. So as a much of a tale of two halves at that one quarter there, it's Ballarat is still well and truly in this game with only 8 points.
Jared, they went with that bigger lineup which we spoke about. It didn't work particularly well in the second quarter, but that was the catalyst of being able to get a bit of that semi-transition again off the long rebounds. Do you go with that lineup to start the fourth again?
Well, it's worked, so you may as well stick with it for the meantime. We'll see what Nunawading counter with. But if it's working, you go with it. Not a lot has worked tonight for the Miners, so if you find a recipe and it starts cooking well, keep going with it. Keep milking that until Nunawading come up with a counter.
It's a nervous crowd, isn't it? They want to get involved, and not to say that they're not involved at all, but they want to get involved. Maybe that Coleman 3 that came off the iron there in that last minute, and then Fox got called for the travel for the dunk. So you just feel like they need one massive play, which they've been used to this year with this team and the particular brand they play, to get fully involved in this last quarter.
Yeah, there's generally been an Akuth back-to-back
Yes.
block or a Quiney steal and fast break dunk, something to get the crowd going. But Nunawading have just played so conservatively and smartly and just not let Ballarat get out and run.
Yeah, I mean, you made a really good point. The crowd's not in it. When they made that run, that 7-0 run to get back in, it was on the back of 2 or 3 stops in a row. The defense and the crowd started to pick up. You could hear the crowd starting to come into it. That's the culture of the Ballarat Miners this year has been defense, and the crowd breeds off that. They know that now. So when we start getting it, shouldn't say we, but when Ballarat start getting those stops, the crowd understands and starts to pick up, and that's where that run was coming from.
And if there is a particular style of play that you want, if you're a team on the road in a final, it's Nunawading's.
True.
They keep it simple. They play it, dare I say it, slightly boring.
Yeah.
But that's what you want when you're away from home. You want to take the interest out of it, so to speak. You just want to do your thing and get your points on the board.
And they've done a wonderful job doing it. Short, Fox, Akuth, Coleman and Quiney for Ballarat. Panopoulos, who guards Sam Short right now. Steele, McDonald, Swatala and Con for Nunawading. 10 minutes away from an NBL1 Championship game. Who will it be? Nunawading lead by 8. They've had the lead for all but 2 minutes of the game. Short, just on the foul line. The lead is down the 6. And an aggressive move by Sam Short, who hasn't had a great night so far.
That's his bread and butter. Pull up from the elbow. Pet move.
Walker, guarded by Coleman. Coleman just strips him, pulled the chair away and used it, and then Panopoulos almost did the exact same thing going the other way, but Ballarat have it. Quiney turned down to 3, bump by Panopoulos. Referee rightly says play on. Short, a little further out this time, off the iron. And Swatala gets a running start on the rebound, and Nunawading get away with that one.
Really needed to make that extra pass and get that out. But you can see what the crowd's like already. One bucket, a defensive stop, and the crowd's up and about. The energy's lifted up by the Miners as well.
Walker wants it again on Coleman. Triple teamed in the end. Fades away. Got it.
Here we go. Sam Shaw pushing the pace a bit. We haven't seen this too much from a made basket. Whether it's an edict from Coach Joyce or not, I think it's a good move. Ballarat's got to force something here. Get a little bit of pace into this game.
Fox wants to take it on Con all day, every day, he says. Lays it in with a finger roll. And that's a mismatch they've really tried to use in the second half, Ballarat.
Yeah, he's not super fast up and down the floor, Fox, but he's extremely agile.
Walker again, guarded by Coleman. Coleman, almost for the second time this quarter. Nearly got away with it. Walker
now the crowd are
telling
engaged.
Coleman to get involved. Well, a high-flying dunk and above the block rim or a bad refereeing decision. That's all 3 things to get the crowds back into it. I think it was there, though. Just got him on the arm. It's hard to be able to reach cleanly for the ball from that angle. Walker wants it again. Panopoulos has been great all night. Gets into the key. Con just inside the 3-point line. Off the iron. Short gets a rebound. Can Ballarat run?
Akuth contested that shot really well. Got right out on Con that time.
Akuth and McDonald getting into it. I think Akuth thought that McDonald was just grabbing him. I think it was an accidental bump. Going to see how the referees call this. Hopefully that's called a block on Shane McDonald. And that's it.
Yeah, McDonald was giving a bit of lip too, so I'm not sure he's overly happy about what happened there either. And he went back to him too. He went back at him, so he's not happy about it as well.
We have a look at this. There and they going back at it. It's been called a block to Shane McDonald just off the ball, so it was more
Fox breaking up fights is not as
not something you're accustomed to.
No, I'm not. No. He's the one talking the trash in the lip, mate. He's the one lifting the energy.
Fox Daddy's a lover, not a fighter, Trav.
59-53. Nunawading by 6, but Ballarat, who trailed by 15 with just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, are lifting. Coleman gets inside, takes it to Con. Great job,
hands.
Simon Con. Outstanding hands. McDonald inside to Swatala. Guarded by Akuth. He's got him on the arm. I'm going to agree with the referee here. He got him on the arm on the follow-through.
I'm thinking he made contact with his head. Swatala was even banging his head saying that's where it's coming, but I think I saw head contact before the arm.
As we have a look at it again. Yeah. He definitely got him on the follow-through as well, so 17-point lead still for Bendigo. When is that, Trav? Still in the
6:30 to go.
The momentum of Bendigo. Big win over Melbourne 2 weeks ago. Without Dane Pinot, Ray Turner was huge. Big win last week over Kilsyth. He had 25 and 15 at the half, and tonight they've gone to Frankston in front of a sellout, and they've taken the crowd out of it straight up, and have been brilliant.
They may have come in 8th, but they are that team that I think we're contractually obliged to say that you do not want to face in a final.
And the two teams that have had the week off are struggling.
Swatella nails both.
That's an interesting sub. Coleman's been a barometer for him defensively and offensively. Evans has not had a great game. I'm wondering if it's just a quick sub, give Coleman a rest, calm himself down because he's pretty fired up at the moment.
Lucas Walker out too. He was getting some of those steals away from Lucas Walker, so interesting that he's checked out with Walker. Perhaps that's the reason behind the sub.
Here's Fox, guarded by Con. Feels confident facing up. This time didn't take him on. Short, goes to the baseline with the left-hand dribble, kicks it out. Fox, wide open for 3. Got it!
And he is pumped. 3 threes for Josh Fox.
Yeah, Con was going nowhere near him. Let him shoot that, and he said, no, leave me alone, I'm going to bang that in your face.
Oh, great pass. McDonald to Swatala. Kwani came from the weak side. Only just missed the ball, but in the end it's 2 points to Nunawading. He's having a huge night.
Underrated little move from Swatala then. Quickly brought the ball down away from where the defence was.
Short, the other end, is able to get off the screen and roll. Pull up from 10 foot. And that is now back to 5. And David Biwa wants to talk about it because for the first time tonight, Ballarat are getting what they want here in the fourth quarter. It's taken the better part of 33 minutes, but finally you're seeing them, offensively at least, be a lot more fluent than they have for the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, but where's it coming from? It's coming through the post, so it is getting entry into the key. But on the back of that, it's coming from stops. Nunawading have only been able to put up 6 points so far. It's coming from defensive stops, turnovers, transition, not allowing Nunawading to set up a defense up their end, which is what they've been comfortable with doing all game. And it's allowing Ballarat to play through that fluid motion that you said before.
And it's not just 6 points this quarter. Nunawading didn't score in the last 3.5 perhaps of that third quarter as well. So there's finally been some sustained effort, some sustained success from the Miners defence. That success that has carried them all year. And now, we talked about the crowd. Now the crowd are into it. As the Miners were walking off the floor towards their bench, Josh Fox was looking at his teammates, pointing to the court, saying, "It's ours, it's ours." That man is pumped. He's playing a hell of a basketball game.
63-58, 7:03 to go. With 3:31 to go in the third period, the score was 57-42 Nunawading. The crowd was silent and Nunawading had it all on their own terms. Since then, a 16-5 run has the crowd energised, has the team energised, as you just touched on with Josh Fox, and now Nunawading are the ones questioning themselves and being able to execute down the stretch. We've got a big 7 minutes left.
And Fox, the only one for the Ballarat Miners to hit double figures. He's leading them with 22 points. And you've got Nunawading, you've got Swatala with 24, Wright with 12, and Con with 10.
Surprising that Con's only got 10. It feels like a lot more.
McDonald off the Con screen, gets inside the left-hand dribble. He has done that so well all career. That one's a little short off the eye and the little left-hand floater. Here's Kwani.
Nunawading in a little zone
Guarded by Wright. Akuth. Short's got 4 points here early in the fourth quarter. Fox already has 3 threes on the night. Wants to take on Con off the dribble. Kicks it out. Kwani straight on 3. Bottom of the net. The lead is down the 2 and this joint's going nuts.
And that's how you get the crowd into it. Get some stops and hit some big threes.
McDonald poked away by Short. Kent's looking inside of Swatala, can't get it to him, runs out of real estate, throws it off Sam Short's leg with 7 on the shot clock. It'll stay with Nunawading.
That's an interesting play there by McDonald. He looked like he was really rushed. He's the only one that touched that entire offense. There's only 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. He just looked really rushed there, living into the crowd a bit.
Credit the off-ball defense as well. Took away the options.
Right, wants to take on Akuth. Gets into the basket. Tall Timber around him. Here's Swatala, 24 points on the night. Right, can't finish it. Swatala kept it alive, but only to the hand of Sam Short. And Ballarat can tie it up. Will take the lead as we come the other way. Fox, Evans for the lead. They're in front. 15-point lead is gone, and Ballarat lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Off back-to-back threes from Quiney and Jerry Evans Jr., who have been quiet. They have come up big.
McDonald, great backdoor part.
Wow.
Silences the crowd beautifully.
That's how you tell the crowd to sit down. Wow, what a pass. But wait, hey,
And the finish.
give Wright some credit for that cut, though. That was what a back cut. What a back cut and finish.
A one-handed, left-handed bounce pass through the middle of the key to a cutting right, lays it in and silences the crowd and gives Nunawading
McDonald
back the lead.
McDonald makes that look so easy, but do you know how hard it is to make a pass like that off the dribble?
Oh, believe me, I know how hard it is.
Yeah, you will.
I've tried it for about a year and then just retired. Hell of a ball game, 5:19 to go. Nunawading 65, Ballarat 64. Here's a coup, top of the key. Shorts had a great fourth quarter. Back around, jump shot, back in front. He's feeling it as well.
He's coming up, Sam Short. 3 shots. All his pet shot. Right-hand dribble to the middle of the key.
And all 3, they've engaged Simon Conn. He has to make a decision. He's made the wrong one. McDonald left hand, can't finish
That will
it.
be on Conn.
Simon Conn pushed away a coup. He got the ball but illegally, and Ballarat will hold on to it.
How's that defense by Sam Short?
Now that's
I mean,
four-
we know Shane McDonald wants to go left, and that's a bucket that he's made. He's made an NBL career out of trying to make that bucket. But the defense by Short never got beaten. Always kept his shoulders in front of him, kept his long arms up, forced him to shoot a long shot.
that foul, that's 4 on Simon Conn as well. We'll see whether Fox or Akuth go at him.
Evans, guarded by Walker. Here's a coup. Conn just lets him out the 3-point line. Short, 6 points in the fourth quarter, has been outstanding. Uses the Aku screen, pulls up for 3. Ollie off the iron. Conn, Evans Jr. uses his head though, and they're able to hold on to it again. New shot clock. Fox for 3. That's off the iron. Conn in the back. Akuth gets it. Walker's able to strip him before the dunk.
Those hands by
And
by
Akuth
Walker
getting
saved them
great
the buckets.
hands.
And that would have been a huge bucket. 3-point lead, that would have been, I think, Ballarat's biggest lead of the game.
They led 3-0 after that Fox 3 to kickstart it. Since then, it's been all Nunawading.
Big play from Lucas Walker.
66-65. Ballarat lead. If you are just joining us, Nunawading have led since the 2.5-minute mark of the first quarter until only moments ago.
Surprised Coleman hasn't come back. I think they need him on the floor.
His 5's doing the business at the moment.
McDonald guarded by Short. Right. Guarded by Fox. Cleared out. Wants to take it on. Got nowhere to go. Now using the left-hand dribble. Gets into the key. Gets all the way to the key. How did that come off? I think it's going to count. I think it's going to count.
Pulled the net. Pulled the net. I
Now,
reckon.
someone pulled on the net. I'm not 100% sold. It was a Ballarat player. But the net was touched.
You saw Ballarat rush player Annie Collins there having a right go at the referee.
She wanted a review, which I'm pretty certain doesn't exist. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, it's a good call. Kwani's foot hand. Nunawading lead. Short. They don't want to go out of what's been working. There it is. It's worked all quarter. It doesn't on this occasion. Fox just wanted it more. Can't go up. Surrounded by 3 players and travels.
Interesting. I didn't see his feet, so
No, we had 1,000 bodies in between us. We couldn't see the
Have a
feet.
look.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a travel or an out of court. Pretty close to that end line
the
as
left
well.
foot slid. His left foot definitely slid. Good pick up by the baseline official.
Nunawading by a point. It's all Bendigo against Frankston in the other prelim. Hopefully it's still true, Trav. Please check it. They led by 20. The lead was 17 time we last checked. Here's McDonald. Lead still at 17. 77-60. Conn guarded by Kuth. Now wants it back from McDonald. Gets it. No double team. Shot clock at 2. At 1. Jump hook. Off the iron. Walker
Lucas
wanted it
Walker.
more. Fades away. No good. Evans Jr. gets it. We're under 3 minutes. Both Fox and Walker in the last 2 possessions wanted it more, but they couldn't convert either time. Akuth. Kwani. What a Ballarat got left in him. Gets into the key. Con just had to let him go by on 4 fouls. He lays it in with a Euro step. And David Biawar wants time out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem that Con's going to have, and he's had all game. He doesn't want to get outside the keyway. That Danga Kuth on-ball pick forces Con to come out. Kwani's eyes light up and says, all right, I got athleticism, I've got a Euro step, and I can finish around the rim.
And Con in his dotage, he's not as quick as he was, obviously. He's a big man anyway, but his hands are still elite. But with 4 fouls, he can't afford to leave that hand in there. His team need him up the other end of the floor, so he is going to be someone that the Miners can attack and potentially attack pretty successfully in these last 2.5 minutes.
And there's no doubt that Brendan Joyce in his 4th quarter, if not attack, as we just seen there and have seen on a couple of occasions, have used their set plays and their screens to engage Simon Conn to make him make a decision. And Sam Short's got 3 jump shots off the very fact that Sam Conn, with a combination of the foul trouble and the agility, has not come out to meet Sam Short. So if it's not just about attacking Simon Conn, it's also about engaging him and making him make a decision on a smaller ball handler, which has worked for Ballarat this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And that's a really good pickup. And that's what Sam Short's breathed upon and eaten up all quarter with his 6 points from that mid-range J. And he's still looking for that. He's wanting to get that up. And I think that's a go-to play. He loves that mid-range J. He's got the hot hand. Keep going to that. Force Con to have to do something, because if he does and he shifts out, well, Koof's got that slip to the ring for a dunk. And that's how they're going to win that play.
Now watch that last set from Ballarat. I expect them to run it again. They haven't run it a lot. They'll call elbow, and they'll get it up to the elbow to either Fox or Akuth to try and bring the big man out. If whoever Con is guarding, they will step to the elbow.
Here is Con on the offensive end. Back to McDonald. Slips over, travels. Points a little bit of sweat. That's got to be a tech foul. That has to be a tech foul. You can't kick the ball.
Josh Fox might just be making that point.
I'm not sure what the ref saw there. That was dumb.
Look, he doesn't make many mistakes. He's just kicked it. Now, mind you, he is in Aussie rules parlance. Hit the other referee almost on the chest, but geez, at least a delay a game. You don't want to see games decided by that. Some frustration with Shane McDonald, no doubt, but geez.
At the end of the day, the rules are still there for a reason. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the game is or what the time is.
Well, I'll side with the officials. I'll be the one to say that they're keeping the calm in the game.
Hey, Kuth, there's Short, there's the play. That's to engage, kicks it outside. Fox has 3 threes on the night, turns one down here. Now Short with 6 on the shot clock. Telling everyone to go away, he wants it, Kuth. Con, now that one, he gets a hand, that one's Short. And Walker gets the rebound. And that one, Con made the decision to get the hand and made it a tough shot for Sam Shaw with the shot clock expiring.
It was a big defensive possession from the Spectres, a needed defensive possession.
Yeah, late in the clock, Con can do that though.
Here is Con. Right, guarded by Kwani. Wants a Con screen, 5 on the shot clock. Can he get it to him? Short on the double team, 2 on the shot clock. McDonald for 3!
Oh, wow!
Wow.
Turns to the fans and says 70-68, that is huge by Shane McDonald. Short, the other end, what can Ballarat get? Alley-oop, and Kuth didn't get off the ground, it falls back to Short's hand, he's on the ground, kicks it out, Evans, 3, doesn't reply, Swatella gets a rebound and Nunawading.
Slow it down, get through your set here, waste 20 seconds, you got 2-point lead.
Minute 5 to go, Nunawading lead by 2. Shane McDonald hits a big 3 as the shot clock expired on the last possession. Here's Swatella, gets around Fox, lays it in, and 1!
That's a massive play from Dane Swatella. Sized up Fox, jab step, baseline, 3-point play.
Mate, give it to your money when the time needs to be counted. You gave it to your money and Shane McDonald hit the play. Give it to your money with 10 seconds to go in Swatala, and he makes the play. That's what you pay him for.
They built a big lead, Nunawading. Ballarat took the lead, had opportunities to extend it to a 2-possession game, couldn't do it. And Shane McDonald hits a huge 3 as the shot clock expires. This is the great defensive effort there by Con when they were a point up Ballarat. The shot clock at 2, McDonald goes bang. Lets the crowd know, just hey, quieten down, and then here it is. Swatala, who's had a great night, on Fox, on the face-up.
Fox is no slouch on D either, and he just made him look like a child. One step, ripped through past him, had his chest past him, and Fox had to catch up.
Swatala's gone right a fair bit tonight. I think Fox expected that, and he double bluffed him.
54 seconds to go. Nunawading lead by 4. The winner will play the 8th-seeded Bendigo in championship game next Saturday night from 8 p.m. We could see the 3rd and 8th seed after the NBL1 regular season playing off in the championship game. And that's the best thing about this competition. The evenness of it and the final structure allows the team that's playing well at the time and handles the pressure of finals to be able to be there on championship night.
Well, we're either going to see teams 1 and 2 knocked out, or next week we're going to see the Hatfields and McCoys go at it.
Man, you are on fire with some calls tonight. Like the Moses and his baby call to Con, this call just now.
Catch me at the comedy club later, Trav.
I won't pay for it.
Swatala got it. 5-point lead. 54 seconds to go. What can Ballarat come out of this timeout? What has Brendan Joyce called for? Marquise Coleman back into the game. Has sat for a long time. Gets inside on Con. Kicks it out. Evans needs it.
Short.
Akuth. Swatala. It's goal. Looked like it was from Swatala. Either way.
I think that was off Swatala.
Referee's giving it to Nunawading.
I'm very surprised if Joyce calls that play up for an Evans 3 at the top. 99 point, actually I'm going to say 100% am saying Evans is not drawn up in that play to shoot that 3. That's a Coleman coming off that and forcing Con to do something. Problem was Akuth was too slow off the screen and didn't get to the ring.
What a big night it has been for Nunawading. Have led for so much of this contest. Got headed down the stretch. The crowd fully involved. But Nunawading, through their veterans, one in Shane McDonald and the other in Dane Swatala, have been able to get a 3-pointer and a 3-point play. And now they have a 5-point lead with 40 seconds to go. That's off the foot of Sam Shaw.
You don't want foot violations. It reinforces the shot clock. Keep your foot down. You're not going to get a steal. It's not going to do anything for you. Keep your feet down.
73-68. Winner to play Bendigo next Saturday night. McDonald. Swatala. Looking. McDonald going to get it over half court. They do. Pressure. Kwani tried the foul. Tough pass. That's going to be tough where it comes off. That looked like...
that definitely, I reckon that's come off right there on the reflection.
It looked like right on the reflection.
Ballarat on the rough end of a couple of 50-50 calls there.
A little bit hard to see that one there. Either way, Nunawading have it. 15 on the shot clock and a 5-point lead. 13-second differential. They're going to have to foul. You would think now. Now the shot clock at 8, 7. Walker. Con can probably finish it. And does! 18-footer. Nunawading, you think you're going to a championship game to take on the Bendigo. McDonald reaches in.
Yeah, that's it.
Fouls to give.
They got plenty of fouls. This game's over.
And they came here from opening tip. Nunawading took the crowd out of it, played their game, handled the pressure down the stretch, and they're going to play off for the NBL1 Championship next Saturday night against Bendigo. Short, inside. It's elementary, really, in the end. It's off the iron. Con hits it out. Swatala. Nunawading can celebrate. Ballarat have been knocked out, and Nunawading are going through to the NBL1 Championship game, 75-68, and David Biwa and his men have been outstanding for 40 minutes tonight and truly deserve their spot in next week's grand final.
Mate, they turned up to play. And they showed Ballarat how to play come playoffs time. You couldn't have written the script for Nunawading to play a better finals game. They turned this into dirty dog basketball, turn it into defense. That's what playoffs basketball and any level of competition is. Defense wins games in playoffs. That's what's going to get it to you. And you kept the powerhouse team of Ballarat down to 68 points. Ballarat kept you to 75, but you kept them to 68 because you turned it dirty just like they wanted to. What a wonderful display.
That's exactly it. If you said to Coach Joyce at the start of the game, we're going to hold them to 75, he'd go, we've got a pretty good shot at this. You told them they'd be out of this by 7 points. And his team that averages 90. Nunawading, who give up 84 a game, to turn it on like this and give up 68 points in a semi-final. What an effort by the Spectres.
I think it was you, Trav, who mentioned it. It might have been Jared. I apologise. I've forgotten now. But you boys spoke about the way they play their basketball, the veteran and the style of the game. It's beautifully suited to go into hostile environment like it is tonight, or was tonight, and handle it. And that's exactly what they did on 2 occasions. The opening quarter, and then when they were headed in the 4th quarter, their execution, their structure, their ability to believe in what they do, because they've done it for so long, is the reason they were able to come up with big moments late in the game.
A younger team, when Ballarat made that run, got that point lead, kept, when the leads flipped and flopped for about 90 seconds there, a younger team may well have folded. This team, though, this Nunawading Spectres team, they just said, no, we're fine. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. We back our system, we back our methods, and we think we're going to get through. And that's what proved to be.
Championship game, 8 p.m. for the men next Saturday night from State Basketball Centre. Get your tickets, tickettech.com.au. You've seen a lot of the teams, boys. You've seen these 2 teams at different points. What do you make of this championship game? I know we're a week out, a lot can change, but what do you make of this matchup? We'll start with you, Trav.
I'm excited, eh? I'm excited. 3rd against 8th. Yeah, Bendigo are the surprise packet of this playoff series. To go down to Frankston and win by 18 points is unbelievable. They kept Frankston at 67. That's an unbelievable game. I'm really surprised. I predict and pick Nunawading to win the game. I just think that their style of play and their ability to play both ends of the floor and dirty the game up, whereas Bendigo want free. Bendigo play a lot like Ballarat. They want to be free. They want to get up and down, play some transition, back on the back of their defence and get some stops and put offensive boards. And Nunawading's style of play is going to it's going to put a cloth over the top of that and dampen them up.
Yeah, we've seen how Nunawading dealt with big players tonight, and Bendigo have got Andronicus, they've got Turner, they've got 2 huge slabs of men in there. The interesting thing will be, and you mentioned it, Trav, they're going to try and muddy the waters. Can Deontay Burton swim through them?
Amazing effort.
Yeah, if Burton can get through, if Burton can be the highlight reel player he has been since about probably 2 weeks after stepping off the plane, once he got his legs under him, then Bendigo might well pull off an upset here. But based on what we've seen tonight, you've got to say Nunawading heading favourites.
In the women's side of it as well, get your tickets at tickettech.com.au. Kilsyth tonight, a 23-point win, 82-59 over the Nunawading women. The Nunawading men tonight have won here in Ballarat. And Frankston, who are the other high seed in the 2, had the home prelim, had the week off, beaten quite convincingly by Bendigo for them to make it. So we know 3 of the teams and the associations that will be represented next Saturday night. Tomorrow it is Geelong and Bendigo in Geelong to decide the other women's grand finalist as well. Quickly before we go, boys, favourite memory from the Minor Dome? You've been around, a lot of you guys. What's your favourite memory? Definitely not tonight, I'll give you the tip. What do you got?
Oh, look, seeing some, like for me, being a middle-aged bloke, it's for me seeing some of those older players that went on to bigger things, seeing Gorgon on the sideline, seeing Ray Borner here, seeing even guys like Damon Lowry who stuck around for a little while here. An old teammate of mine from way back. That's the sort of thing I see, that this stadium has produced a lot of fine basketballers for this country, be them Australian American, be they NBL or lower levels, whatever it may be. There's been some wonderful, wonderful players that have come through this stadium in its 50-year history.
I don't have a particular memory. I have lots and lots of particular memories, but things that I'm going to remember are coaching guys like Sam Short at under-14s, Fisher, coaching guys like Sean Bruce and times like that in Youth League when he was here and now playing NBL. I'm going to have memories of things like that. Ballarat's fortunate enough to be a really central position, so we have a lot of good country associations around that we've been able to feed through. And I'm going to miss that local growth that we have. However, there is an even bigger, better stadium, better facilities. It's only going to make the program even better, and I'm really excited to see that.
Can't wait for it next year as well. This week, though, we will be at the State Basketball Centre. Tickettech.com.au to get your tickets. Championship game. Kilsyth women are in. It's between Bendigo and Geelong tomorrow at NBL1. All the social media channels and, of course, YouTube to see who plays the Kilsyth Cobra women next week. In the men's side of it, it is Nunawading v Bendigo from 8 p.m. I'll be a part of that. Cannot wait for it. Trav, Jared, as always, been a privilege, been a lot of fun. And we'll do it again next year here in Ballarat, although at a different location. Thanks
90
for,
seconds up the road.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
That's
up,
a
Cam.
walk
It's
as
been a
well.
pleasure.
Been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for the last couple of weeks.
And you guys have been great all year, so congratulations on that. On that note, we are out of here at NBL1 on social, the NBL1 show during the course of the week. Get your tickets, tickettech.com.au for Championship night next Saturday night, and for the NBL1 Awards at Bond Nightclub on Sunday. Until next weekend, enjoy your basketball. We'll speak soon.